Hey guys, we're back with the house in Fata Morgana. When we last left off, I believe we had a talk with Mel and Nelly, and now we're gonna hear Mel's side of the story regarding Morgana. I believe it's been like a week since I last played. What was it? 52 was the 18th? It's the 25th. So yeah, it's been exactly a week. Yeah, I meant to play it. I meant to finish this game this week, but didn't really. Well, my sleep schedule's been bad, so I've been awake all night. You know, that makes it hard to play games. So, anyway, I'm gonna get on with it. But I'm thinking, I'm sure, I am positive we haven't seen everything yet. There's at least one more twist regarding the main setting coming. I'm positive of that. No doubts whatsoever. Thing is, what is it? Is it related to Morgana? Like, maybe there's something with the relation with the white-haired girl? I mean, we already kind of covered that though, so unless there's more to it, which I think there is more to it. But, could be the setting. The house isn't actually a house. That'd just be stupid. I don't know. But I'm not convinced there's nothing left. Anyway, let's start with his story. That's the name of the scene. I like this song. I forget when it plays, but I know it's played before. Telling her at the time I turned 17, my life was mostly uneventful. I think it's like a Door 5 song. Maybe Door 6. On days when it was nice out, I'd take walks around the house's grounds. Sometimes napping beneath the tree. It was picturesque. You were always there with me. You have the same flax-colored hair as me, but yours always seems to glisten in the sun, whereas mine is flat and dull. You shone like a tiny little dancing sun. And at the time, I assumed that was how life would always be. I genuinely wanted it to be. Following my 17th birthday, though, I was met with a deluge of changes. First, father fell ill, and passed away shortly thereafter. With his death came the question of who would be the next head. As the oldest son, normally it would fall into me to take his place. I was 17, by all means enough of an adult to handle things myself. Or, well, that's what I thought anyway. Nobody else did, though. After discussions I had no part in, it was decided that my uncle would be the next head. Though they weren't confident I had the spine to do the job properly. I wasn't sure what to think. Part of me wanted to know why nobody bothered talking to me. Part of me was relieved. Somewhere inside, I knew I didn't have what it took. So I was more than happy to let someone else take the responsibility. If it meant that I could go on with my quiet life, I didn't care who they picked. My uncle, though, seemed to have caught on to my apathy, which he did not take kindly to. And in response, he formally disowned me. You're not the only one who still had some growing up to do, Nelly. I wasn't quite the adult I thought I was either. Fortunately, if you want to call it fortune, I was given enough money to live on for a decent length of time, as well as a place to stay. As a small house far from home, his way of making it hard for me to come back. Not that I had any intention of returning. But the best thing to come out of all of it was you coming with me, Nelly. So this is our new home, dearest Mel. Yep, so it is. It's amazing how little there is. No big yard, no paintings, no vases filled with colorful flowers, no silver bowls full of fresh picked fruit. But there is you and me. You're not going to go and say you want to return home in a couple months when you realize life isn't as luxurious here as it was back there, are you? There's only one thing in the whole wide world I really need. Uh-oh. Honestly, I can live without shiny shoes and pretty dresses like Mother wears. I don't need composers to come and write me songs for my birthday. As long as I have the one thing that matters most to me, I can do without anything else. Are you saying? I'm as happy as I've ever been. I don't need all that fancy, expensive stuff. We may not have a huge yard, but the sun shines everywhere. Flowers can grow even without a gardener attending to them. Nelly, I'll do whatever I can for you, dearest Mel. Are you hungry? I'm hungry. Oh, yeah, a bit. Alright, I'll make something then. Start off with some fruit jam, and maybe make a pie out of it. Oh no, I'm sorry. What else sounds good? Craving cookies. It's quite the sweet tooth. You got sweet the quite tooth. You're gonna make yourself sick like that. Ah, sick. Get it? Because she falls ill. This is the first smile I've seen since we got here. What? That can't be right. Sure, I've been smiling. Nope. You've been all frowny all day. Whatever you say. Forget about all the stuff at home. We got each other. We can do this. Who cares that we're not rich anymore? We'll figure things out in no time. Then we'll have even more fun time than we did back there. Have more fun than we did back there. Yeah, you're right. I'll work out, dear Smell. I'll always be here for you. You got yourself an adorable little princess. What more could you possibly need? Cheer up. Thanks. Really glad you decided to come with me. Ho 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 ho! Do you think for a second I wouldn't? I'm your princess, dear Smell. Princesses belong with their princes. I suppose so. Till that day, I'd never known how good it felt to have someone who wanted me in their life. Who saw me for me. I realized for the first time how blessed I had been that day. I saw the prince material. I wasn't strong or handsome or regal enough for that. But Ellie calling me her prince gave me the illusion of being worth something. It made me feel like I could keep on being that richly blessed young man, even this far away from home. While I'd been given some money, my supply was far from infinite. I knew I would eventually have to find some kind of work, some way to support myself and Nellie. But to be quite honest, I couldn't gather the motivation to do much of anything. My whole life had changed so abruptly, so dramatically, that my mind just wasn't able to keep up. It had locked me on my backside, and I didn't have the strength to get back up. I couldn't tell Nellie that, of course, so this is what I said instead. Staying home because I want to be with you as much as possible. She happily took me at my word. Our new life together is quiet and unremarkable. Even so, there's still a constant stream of new experiences for the two of us, having been pampered our entire lives. Welcome home, dear Smell. What did you buy today? I got a chicken. I've never seen one so up close before. We're gonna keep it as a pet? I was planning on using it for supper. What? You're going to cook it? That's the idea. You like chicken though, don't you? Steamed especially, if I remember right. Yes, but... but it's all covered in feathers and flapping about. How are we supposed to cook it? If I remember, you said you have to pluck its feathers, then cut off its head and drain all the blood. Shouldn't you pluck its feathers after you kill it? You? No way. Absolutely not. Not in a million years. You do it, Mel. What? I've never done this before. Was he planning on pushing it off to her? Well, I'm not, so you do it. Alright. I'll bring it to the... not inside. Do it outside. Okay. I've had to slaughter a chicken before. Chef's back home always took care of it. And I hope I don't screw this up. Well, I'm not gonna accomplish anything if I just sit here worrying. I'm gonna give it my best shot. Please don't put up a fight. Ah, I can't watch! The count of three, okay? The count of three. 1, 2, 3! Oh, wait. Is this song gonna play this whole time? Because I'm A-okay with that. I like this one. Come back! It's gone. Although I've been re-listening to some of the music of this game. I wouldn't mind some Dory 1 music. Like the pop, pop, pop. That one. You know that one. First, I was just fumbling about in the dark, constantly messing up everything I tried. But in time, I started getting more comfortable with things, and I stopped pining for my own life. For the longest time, I couldn't shake the memory of the fact that I'd once been a noble. I was constantly wondering how I ended up there, why this was happening to me. Nellie seemed to have drifted fairly quickly, but I wasn't faring so well. I was surprised, honestly. I figured if anyone is going to have an issue with their new lifestyle, it's going to be her, not me. Back home, Nellie had tended to be, well, a bit of a princess. She was frequently harsh with the Abigails, scolding them for the smallest of things. There were times I thought she might be biting her tongue for my sake, but every time it crossed my mind, she would say, "I've got you, dear Isabel. Everything's just fine." It was those words that kept me going. Oh, dear Isabel, I just had the most wonderful idea. Would you like to hear it? Sure. What's your idea? We should get married. Oh. What? You can't be serious. Serious as serious gets. And we're basically married already in everything but name. Oh, we can't do that. I mean, we're siblings. Nobody here needs to know that. The thing is, from her hair and eye color, though, I don't think we look that much alike. Anyway, whatever gave you that idea? Get married, then we can be together forever. We can do that just as well as brother and sister. It's not the same, though. No one ever says two siblings lived happily ever after. I want to be with you for the rest of my life, dear Smell. The best way to do that is to get married. But, Nelly, what are you so hesitant for? Is there someone you pine for? And no, but there's no problem. We're blood-related siblings. Does she realize that getting married means eventually having children, and everything that leads up to that? That goes against the teachings of the Lord. No, she's still just a kid chasing it after a fairy tale ending. She doesn't understand the reality of what she's saying. Sometimes I'm not sure what to do with you, Nelly. Oh yeah! Thinking of twists. Well, the man in the painting hasn't been mentioned again. Like, I'm pretty sure it's one of Michelle's brothers, right? Not sure which one. I forget the dialogue of the man in the painting. Was he the painter, or did he know the painter? I forget, so I don't know if he's George's or Didier. I'd have to go back and look at that scene. That was ages ago. Wait, that's probably before that. That's Store 5. It's about a month ago. So basically, forever ago. So you'll marry me? But right now, I know you need God's word. Starting tonight, you're getting your own private sermon every night, understand? Blah. My instruction was as much for my own sake as it was for Nelly's. I'm not going to lie. Thought did cross my mind that her proposition might not be so bad. For one, I couldn't imagine spending the rest of my life with anyone else, and it had been her smile that had kept me going when things got difficult. But I knew that it was a sin, and I didn't think I'd be able to live with myself if I crossed that line. So night after night, I taught her, reminded her that we were brother and sister, that we didn't have to do anything more for her to be the most important person in the world to me. After about our 3rd month away from home, that life began crumbling. Nelly woke up one day with a high fever that refused to break. At first, I thought it was just a cold and that she'd be over it soon enough. But as much as I tried to convince myself, oh, she'll be better tomorrow, she just kept getting worse, till eventually, she couldn't even get out of bed. She had visibly lost weight, and never heard her voice so weak and... How do you say... There's a way to pronounce that, but whenever I hear that word, I think... Letheric. I'm close! It's on the tip of my tongue! I hate words! How do you say that one again? It's lethargy, right? So...
Lethargic.
Lethargic. So, anything you'd like me to get you, Nelly? All I want is you to be here with me, dear Smell. You really should eat something. I'll make something you like. How about a nice expensive chicken? Last one got away, but I won't let that happen this time. I'm not really in the mood for anything too heavy. Oh, okay. Don't you worry, Mel. I'll be better before you know it. Yeah, you will. You'll be just fine. Everything's gonna go back to normal soon. Watching Nelly grow weaker every day scared the heck out of me. I desperately did not want to lose her. If I lost her, then who would be left that wanted me? Who would tell me I was worth something? Who would say nice things about me? Who would be there with me every day? Just when I started feeling optimistic about this new life, started to feel comfortable in it, I was looking like it might fall apart again. Searched everywhere for some medicine that could cure her. Healthy foods, fruits and vegetables with supposed medicinal properties, anything I could get my hands on. I prayed. And Nelly, you were overjoyed. You were thrilled I'd go to such lengths for you. But the reality is, I was really doing it for myself. But as much as I searched, I couldn't find anything that worked. I started to panic. I'd go to bed at night afraid I'd wake up the next morning, and Nellie wouldn't. I was already grasping at straws. I was ready to try anything that had even the slightest chance of curing her. Then one day I heard whispers. Whispers of a witch who lived by the lake. They said she was a recluse. She hardly ever left her house. She hadn't been down into the city in years. She told me she might have some medicinal herbs that could help, so I rushed down to the lake to see her. Sitting by the shore was a small cottage, even less luxurious than where Nellie and I were living at the time. Seeing the thin trails of smoke rising from the chimney, I was convinced the rumors were true. A witch lived in that house. I wasn't sure what to expect. Being a recluse, I figured she wasn't going to be very sociable, at least. To tell you the truth, I was kind of scared to knock on her door. But I had exhausted all my other options, so I clenched my teeth and gave the door 2 firm raps. Who's there? The sound of her voice caught me off guard. All I could do was stare at the door with a knot in my throat. Based on the information I had, I assumed I was going to find a wrinkly old woman, but that was the voice of a young girl. Even though she had only said 2 words, there's something indescribably enchanting about that voice. I could listen to her talk for hours on end, some kind of strange, hypnotic trance. Wait! Morgana's just a harem protagonist! Think about it. She has Mel, she has Yukimasa, she has Jacopo. She didn't manage to get Michelle. She kind of has Giselle. Kind of. She's trying to form a harem, and she's mad that Michelle didn't join. It all makes sense now. It's almost like magic, for lack of a better word. I stood there dumbfounded, like my soul had been sucked from my body. Who's there? She repeated her question, which brought me back to reality. Though I still had to fight to maintain my wits enough to respond coherently. My sister has fallen very ill, and she desperately needs medicine. I was told that the person who lives here is a skilled herbalist. Could I please get something to treat her? What are her symptoms? She's got an extremely high fever that won't come down. She has no appetite. Oh no, that's appetite. Let I cut the word out. No, that's appetite. She's only drinking water. She can't get out of bed. We're gonna want to lower her fever first. After that, get her on a nutritious diet. I'm gonna give you 2 medications. Give her the first while the fever's high, and the second after it comes down. How do you know so much about medicine now, Morgana? You've just been alone in this house for like 2 years? Something like that. Like, was there a book? Do you know how to read? I mean, she grew up in a small village. I don't think it mentioned if she was literate. Then, you know, she was kind of like a slave or whatever to the Jacopo. Then she was raised in the brothel. Did they teach you how to read there? They may have mentioned it. Thank you very much. Her voice wasn't bright and energetic like Nellie's. It was more restrained, somber and quiet, simultaneously clear and sharp. The sound tickled my curiosity. I wanted to know what she looked like. I wanted to know what kind of girl stood on the other side of that door. With a voice that pretty, she must be equally lovely, I thought. I had to see it for myself. My wish didn't fall on deaf ears. When she opened the door to hand me the herbal medicine and take my money, her hand peeked out behind the crack ever so slightly. Said I would tell you everything, exactly as it happened, so I'm going to be perfectly honest with you here. It was unsettling. It was nothing like I had imagined from her voice. Her skin had, I guess, fallen off or something, because you could see the raw red flesh beneath. Say it was hard to look at would be an understatement. Most of her face was covered by a black hood, so all I could see was her mouth and chin, but even that much was harrowing. The last thing I wanted to do was look away. For all I knew, that's why she had become a recluse. I couldn't let myself hurt her, so I suppressed my own disgust and put on my best smile. People often tell me I have a very pleasant, amiable smile, so I figured I could use that to prevent her from picking up on what was actually going through my mind. When she saw my face, a look of surprise seemed to cross hers. The witch's herbs did indeed seem to help some. Going to visit her is better than talking to any of the local doctors. Nonetheless, Nellie hadn't been cured. She was only feeling a little bit better. So I kept paying the witch visits, kept purchasing more herbs from her. Every time I went to that cottage and heard her sweet voice, I imagined how much sweeter it would sound without a door obstructing it. Even knowing that what she looked like didn't stop the curiosity from growing within me. From what I gathered talking to her, there wasn't much of an age difference between us, either. She was 16 and I was 17. I'm sure you know how it is. When you meet someone around your age, you feel sort of sense of kinship. This girl I had originally believed to be some kind of otherworldly witch was starting to feel like a regular person like me. Through our conversations, I managed to learn her name, as well as the fact that she had come here from a faraway country. We were both a long way from home. Thinking she might open up even more to someone who'd been through a similar experience, I decided to try inviting her to go on a walk with me. It's not healthy to stay holed up inside all the time. We got this beautiful lake right here. What do you say if we take a little walk around the shoreline? To my surprise, she accepted. Great weather, isn't it? Master of small talk. Love the way the sun reflects off the surface of the lake. It's gorgeous. Are you okay? I'm in disbelief, to tell you the truth. Huh? What for? You've seen my face. You know how hideous I am. Still, you invited me on a walk. You're a very peculiar person. Is it really that strange? I mean, we're almost the same age, so I figured we might make pretty good friends. Wanna make friends? With me? Well, sure. We've been through a lot of the same things, so we can understand each other better than most. Understand each other. Yeah, we're both young, but we've been through some rough times. Gonna be blunt with you. I've not been through anything like I have. What? No? If you had experienced the things I have, you wouldn't be smiling right now. I haven't known you long, but I don't need to have in order to know how unequivocally dissimilar we are. That we were cut from a very different cloth. Well, yeah, we're people. We're not made of cloth, so... Oh! Turn the tables. It's not what that means, you know. Oh. Sorry, didn't mean to be so harsh. In fact, I would say you're much better off not being in my position. Sounds like you've been through a lot. If you don't mind me asking, what happened to you? Be happy to lend an ear. Might make you feel better to get it off your chest. And that is what's so different about us. Huh? I will not tell you anything about myself, no. That said, I do appreciate the concern. Thank you. Sure, you're welcome. She's not very open with people, huh? Though I guess that's only to be expected. She hasn't spent much time around other people, looking the way she does. Wonder if there's anything I can do for her. At least get her to show a little bit of emotion. Say, it's not too much to ask. Think we could maybe do this again sometime? Don't expect me to lower my prices. Not trying to squeeze a better deal out of you. Just want to get to know you better. Nothing more to it. No ulterior motives. Promise. Did you forget I've already said I won't be telling you about myself? Alright, then it doesn't have to be about you. We can talk about anything. Whatever you want. Do you have a favorite food? Any hobbies? Nothing in particular. Well, that was a fruitful conversation. Okay, crap. I have no interest or taste worth mentioning, so if you want to talk, I suppose that leaves you to be the subject. Me? Tell me about yourself. My life's not all that exciting. Anything I had to tell you would probably just bore you. I'm not looking for excitement. Okay. Well, alright then. Guess I can tell you about myself. And so I did. Told her about my family situation. I told her about Nellie. It's pretty much all I had to talk about. For the most part, she hardly even reacted to anything I said, so it was difficult to tell if she was listening or not. But she would urge me to continue whenever I'd go quiet for more than a few moments, so I suppose she was listening. Every time I came to purchase more medicine, we'd go on a walk around the lake together. A single loop around the shoreline didn't give us much time to talk, but my attempts to reduce our walking pace or stop to extend our time together were flatly ignored. She refused to go around more than once, claiming it would disturb her daily rhythm. That said, she never refused an invitation either, so I don't think she particularly disliked me. Yet, anyway. Yeah, you know, the whole cutting off her arm thing usually gets girls not to like you. I've tried it myself before. It didn't work. Oh, Robin. What does a Robin have to do with your sister? Nothing, I just saw one over there. Here, listen, you can hear it singing. They migrate somewhere warmer when it gets cold. They just fly off to someplace more comfortable. Red wings like a bird. Maybe I could be free too. There's not a single creature living in this world that is free. Well, birds regularly get shot down by hunters or preyed on by larger birds. The idea that they are free is nothing more than a man's short-sighted delusion. Sorry, I guess. No, I should be apologizing. I wasn't trying to attack you. I simply lack the ability to properly empathize with others. I do not understand people. So please, if I say anything that upsets you or makes you uncomfortable, don't assume that was my intention. Sure. Maybe you're hiding it. Maybe you just don't know it yet. I think you've got more empathy than you're letting on. Surely can't say nothing affects you at all. I just really like imagining she's really upset about like the extinction of the carrier pigeon, which hasn't happened. Passenger pigeon. Carrier pigeon? Passenger pigeon. Passenger pigeon. Right? Yeah, yeah, even though that doesn't happen for like another 1,000 years. You are a human. So you don't have to be so closed off. I might not be able to do much for you, but I do want to get to know you better. I want to understand you better. So if you ever feel like talking about yourself, just know that you've got an eager pair of ears here. She loves birds. That's new. She's... Okay? If there's ever someone who could understand me, who could empathize with me, they'd not be human. What do you mean? Like, you need to be far removed from any idea of humanity to have a chance at understanding me. Like a bird. Regardless, I do appreciate your kind words. Sure. So, out of curiosity, do you have anyone, really important to you in your life? Not at the moment. Does that mean you used to? I'd love to hear about them, if you don't mind. They're all long dead. 4 years ago, something unpleasant occurred. And as a result of that, I was forced to part ways with the people who taught me that humans have the capability for kindness. Oh, I'm sorry. Well then, if your sister's condition worsens again, come see me. Farewell. Hey, we could walk a little slower next time, so we have more time to talk. I want to get to know you better. I'll consider it. Does it really require that much thought? So long. Bye. See you soon. Things continued on like that for a while. Nellie bounced back and forth between getting better and getting worse. Emotionally, followed not far behind, getting very little in the way of peace of mind. Having to spend so much time worrying over and looking after Nellie was starting to wear me out. Even though I knew good and well that she had it much worse than me. Wanted to be done with it all. Wanted to be free. Wanted her to get better as soon as possible, so I could stop agonizing over her. So at some point, started wishing for a miracle. I didn't care if it came from God, an angel, or something less holy. I just wanted someone to cure Nellie, take the weight off my shoulders. How far are we? 27 minutes, okay. During one of our walks, I let that slip. I'll take anything at this point to make her better. I'll even take a miracle if I can get one. I assumed she would, and she had the tendency to say that people who believed in miracles were delusional. She wasn't in my mind, very much a realist. Which is why her response surprised me so much. Do you sincerely wish for a miracle? What? Do you truly want a miracle, no matter what form it may take? Well, yeah. Tried everything else. God is all I can ask for help anymore. I have a phone call from a number I don't know! Ah! Hide! Know what you're going to say? There's no such thing as miracles. If there were, Nellie would already be better. Prayed every single night for her recovery. It's all just a delusion, I know. Miracles do exist. What? If you have faith, and you sincerely wish for her to be healed, you'll be granted your miracle. What are you talking about, Morgana? Okay. I was like, did it just turn her name to Morgana? Or, like, the name there? For some reason, I thought it wasn't Morgana before. Or maybe it wasn't, but it just changed it. Like, it retroactively changed it. But I don't know. Probably was just Morgana. So many times that you wish to know more about me. Yeah, I have. Well, I'll grant you that wish. As you listen to my story, you'll come to understand why I said you'll never be able to empathize with me. And as you do, hope will sprout up within you. Here in my lakeside cottage, I'm known as a witch, but I did not used to be called such. No. I am the daughter of God. I think I'm going to call it there, because I think this is going to go on a bit longer than 40 minutes, which is about how long I want my longest videos to be, give or take. And so I'm gonna call it there. I'll see you guys next time with some more Fata Morgana when we finish off Mel's backstory and maybe continue on a bit afterwards. I don't know how long it'll be. But I'll see you guys then. Bye.